right, hey, this is William Tincup and Ryan Leary, and we are podcasting live from isolved's booth at SHRM in San Diego. Ryan, how are you doing?
I'm fantastic, and we have a cool show because we've got two,
not one,
but two speakers.
two speakers.
I know one speaker. I don't know the second.
Yeah. So,
And I'm going to ask you to say his name.
Alain,
Very nicely done, Will. Thank you.
Oh, you got it right this
I'm
time.
working on it. No,
Yeah.
he gave it to me.
Very good.
He gave it to me. Appreciate that.
Mr. Hunkins.
So,
You got
that's actually should have. You.
Yeah.
Anyhow, tell us what you're speaking on. What's the topic?
So I'll be speaking on building resilient teams to combat the great gloom and how you can transform workplace culture through small habits and workplace rituals.
Give us a couple of examples.
Well, think about rituals, all right? So think about in your life, what's a ritual that you have in the course of your day?
Nothing I can say on the podcast, I believe.
Sure. There
Yeah.
you go.
There you go.
Well, I'll be actually kicking off my session by figuring out whose birthday is closest to today and singing happy birthday.
Oh,
Right?
that's
Whoa.
cool.
That's a ritual, right?
That's
Think
a
about it.
great
We
ritual.
all do that. We'll actually do that in the session. And when I get done with that, what I will point out is, you see what we just did? And it wasn't just a fun little energizing icebreaker.
Yeah.
What we just did is we collectively changed the entire energy of this room in less than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Right? Think about it. We did it with only the sound of our voice. There was no budget needed, no
Yeah.
slides, no policy. None of that was needed. And we just did that. So it's actually surprisingly powerful in that if you can take an ordinary moment and elevate it to a collective experience
Right.
of connection and community with intentional action, that is the essence of a ritual. And we do it all the time in other places. But what if we did that as leaders and thought about embedding ritual into what we do every day at work?
Is that a part or a spoke of culture?
It's totally, it leads to culture.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so great leaders design
Yeah. They do the
rituals.
bit.
They do it by design. Bad leaders create routines by default. They don't
Right.
think about it, but they're creating a culture.
You're
It's
thinking
just
about
a crappy culture.
You're thinking about the experience. If you're proactively actually thinking about the experience, you're thinking about those things.
Yeah. And that's the difference between being human-centered and being work-centered.
Got it.
Human-centered is I'm thinking about the experience.
Right.
Work-centered is I'm thinking about the task.
Right.
And my experience, last time I checked, is every single business that anyone's in, whether it's in pharmaceuticals, manufacturing, that's your secondary business. You're actually in the human being business first.
Right.
Because everything gets done through people.
It's the old bit about Microsoft. Business professors have been done this for years. Is like, what business is Microsoft in? And everybody's software, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, no, they're a marketing company.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They just so happen to have software.
Yeah.
And Nike, the same thing. A shoe company, no. Clothing company, no. Brand, lifestyle
Mhm.
brand, no.
Yeah.
It's a marketing company.
Yeah.
But you're even going further into that and going, yeah, great that they're a marketing company, but be human-centric marketing company.
Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of doesn't it like talks to like, we keep talking about hiring for skill versus hiring for culture. Over the last decade, we couldn't even say that because it meant like, hey, we're going to hire more white dudes.
100%.
But now, like, we see this pendulum coming back where culture is this huge thing. And I keep wondering, like, are leaders really even good at culture, building culture? Like, it's rare to find one that is.
I think very few are good at it.
Yeah.
And so what I'm trying to show is actually these are things you can learn. And for some of it, and the way I'll be breaking it down and giving them examples and actually a whole ritual blueprint, like here's the blueprint, and we're going to do some practice
Jay-Z.
session ones in the session. Like, so I'll give you an example of one. Here's a ritual. Okay. It's called really simple. It's called the 3-question check-in. And once you learn it with the team, each person, it only takes a minute or so. That's it. 3 questions you ask, and a good time to do this would be at the start of a team meeting. First question, how are you feeling today? And I like to say, you got to give a level 2 or a level 3 answer. Level 1 answer is, I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah.
It's not level,
Come on.
that's the first question. So how are you feeling? Second question, what's on your mind or what's distracting you? It could be personal, it could be professional, it could be big, small.
Is it get into what is in your way or what's holding you back?
Yeah, it's a similar,
Ish.
but it's
Okay.
basically just what's on your mind. I mean, you
Good.
can create variations of this. This is
Right.
fun.
Right.
Right. And the third question is, how can I, if it's a one-on-one or if it's together, how can we support you? And what we're not doing, and you have a minute
that's
to
cool.
answer. So we're not solving for any of these
No.
things. But what we're doing, that stuff exists in us anyway. And by putting it on the table, it's like, oh, you're a human being first, Tim. You're a
acknowledge.
You acknowledge it. And that actually, if you think about brain science, it actually quiets down the reptilian parts of the brain so that your prefrontal cortex can get online. Because so many of us are so distracted. So again, these are like little, and people go, oh my gosh, I tried that with my team. It was amazing. Like, it's not complicated, guys. It's not, but we never think of it like it's my job to create that, because very hard to do things if you've never seen it role modeled. So I'm trying to kind of show leaders, to your point, is like, we can learn and teach culture, because basically you don't lead culture by mandate, you lead it by example.
Yeah. I would love to see like a ritual in the interview process where I'm asking the candidate coming in, like after they've been through the process, right? So you're like at the end of this.
Yeah.
Tell me what my culture is.
Oh,
because
that's
if you can't tell me my culture in the interview process, I've failed.
I've
because you're going to come into
it.
a blind culture. I don't know if you're going to work. You're going to like it. You could hate it. Like
it's like flipping a coin.
Yeah.
Okay, it works.
And we
out.
do that right now when we're doing all the skills hiring. Is like, oh, just come in because you have the right skills. But you're like, oh, I hate it here, or we hate you, right? Like,
it's especially happening in RTO.
Yeah.
So they're hired for skills, then they force them to commute into something, and they're like, not only do I not like the company, I don't like this hour-long commute.
Yeah.
So
Tim, what are you speaking about?
Yeah.
Well, I had to SHRM title it out. I could vanilla title it.
I dare you. I double dare you.
No, I had like, the original one was the 7 things we keep fucking up in TA and how to fix them. And now it's like, my SHRM title is the 7 things we mess up.
Yeah.
Did you have the beep machine on?
Don't do well.
Yeah.
We could do the sensor.
Don't do well.
And so, but again, a part of that is like one of the 7 is I think we should be delivering culture in the interview.
Right.
So I mean, again, that's just one ritual that you're speaking of building.
Absolutely.
Of saying, I want a certain percentage of people to self-select out when they interview. They go, oh yeah, I wanted the job, but I don't want to work for you guys.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
That's the right thing.
Yeah. We are doing our job on interviewing if you self-select out.
100%.
And so what I'm curious, Tim, is what can leaders do so that a candidate knows the culture and not just the buzzwords? Because let's face it, you can use all the right words like respect and trust and integrity. And so
I don't believe any of those
words.
words.
So did Enron, by the way. So how do we get to the nugget of it so that people actually get there?
I'll give you an example. So an organization I'm working with, they're really good on performance management. When I'm saying, if you're on a scale of 1 to 5, what would you? 1 being you're a worthless piece of crap, 5 being you're one of the top employees in the company. What would you rate yourself right now?
Right. In my organization, well, since I'm the only one there, I decided to give myself a 6.
Yeah, I mean,
better give yourself a 5.
So when I do this, if you have 100 employees, 95% of the employees are going to rate themselves 4s and 5s.
Exactly.
No one wants to rate them 3s. When the reality is 80% of them are 3s.
Yeah, exactly.
On a bell curve.
Exactly.
And so setting this expectation that when you come in here, more than likely you won't even be a 3 because you have to learn the job, you have to learn us, you have to learn our industry.
That's right.
The best people maybe reach 3. And so they're setting their culture precedent then and that. And some people are kind of like telling them, we're going to give you more feedback in the first 90 days than you've probably gotten your entire career.
100%.
And people are just kind of like, this sounds like you guys are going to kick my butt.
No.
Maybe. But if you want to be great, we're going to help you be great.
Setting that expectation in the hiring process is key, because you bring them in and you say, listen, first of all, 90 days, we're going to give you a lot of feedback. Some of it's just going to feel like you're fire hose. Totally get it.
Yeah.
Take it in as you can, consume it as you can. And it's okay. Ask questions, push back, do all that stuff. But we're going to give you feedback to make you better.
Yeah.
To make you better for the company.
So I do have one question though, because we've been so bad at culture for so long.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. It seems like,
has anyone been great at it?
Well, I think there is great examples, but man, is this just one of those things that we're never going to be good at? I don't like.
Well, let me ask you too. I want to ask you both a question on top of that.
Yeah.
Is there a bad culture? Is there a such thing as a bad culture, or is it?
It's a bad culture for you.
Is it a bad culture for you?
It's
right. It's perception and perception's reality.
Amazon was in New York Times about 6 years ago about being a bad culture. And it's like, first of all, it's horseshit.
For you.
It's a bad culture for you. Yeah. They have a Wall Street culture. It's you're going to work 120 hours. There's no such thing as work-life balance. It's shark-infested waters. It's bad. Now, that illegal, toxic. Okay, we're not talking about that.
No. I'm talking
bad culture. it's bad culture for you, I think.
Well, here's my question. When you're talking about Amazon, are we talking about people at corporate 120 hours? Or are you talking about people in the factory who can't take a break to go to the bathroom?
Yeah. No, it's got to be,
That's toxic versus culture,
that's
right?
toxic.
You know,
That's right.
so they've got both.
It breaks down. It does. It does. I think that's, and again, put in geography too.
Yeah.
So now you got distribution centers in different places of the country or the world, different culture, which is one of the things I think is really interesting about culture is this, for me, speaking as an expert, of course, there's no such thing as culture singular. There's cultures.
Yeah.
And in where the New York sales office is a hell of a lot different than the Milwaukee sales office.
Sure.
Like if we don't think they're different, we're crazy.
Yeah.
Right. So,
and ultimately, cultures break down even more so to the team level. And it turns out from the research that I've seen and done is that the number one influencer of your experience of company experience and culture is what's your relationship with your immediate boss. Like it's that one-to-one level of direct report and direct leader. That is the most important relationship in terms of creating your perception of, is this a place that I want to be a part of or a place I don't want to be a part of?
You know, it's funny. I make a joke about this because that's all that's all based on that original Gallup research, right?
Yeah. First break all the rules, all the stuff that came out.
And so I always tell people, I'm like, some of that was bad design of a survey.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Because they said they took away all your location, your pay, your benefits, your stock options. If all those things were equal, well, yeah, if I have a bad boss, I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
So then I go and say, well, if I overpay you 3, 5x, 10x what you know that job pays in your market, and I give you the worst boss, are you still going to leave? No.
Well,
I'm willing to put up with a lot more.
I was just working with one of, and I won't name the client, obviously.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
It
no.
rhymes
Come
with
on.
no.
Let
us guess.
It's in the financial. It's in the financial services hedge fund industry. Okay?
Oh my.
One
Okay.
rhymes with Moldman
So
Sachs.
anyway,
No.
Lehman Brothers?
I'm not gonna stop it, boys. Stop it. But all of which to say is part of the whole issue with leaders is like the reason that they get away with it is because we pay these people a shit ton of money.
Oh my God.
Right.
You get $53 million.
That will cover a lot of sins.
Oh, 100%.
You know, and they've never had to learn
And
to be
if they're
better leaders.
performing, so now not just the salary and all the bennies and stuff like that. Well, what if that kind of like NVIDIA, what if that company is actually going through the roof?
Yeah.
They're untouchable.
William, I do this joke. There's a number on everyone that's going to be in front of us when we speak. There's a number that you can give me that will allow me. You come work for me. I'm going to punch you in the face every morning and you're not going to quit.
Yep.
There's a number. Tell me what that number is.
I'm 750. I'm there.
Right?
I'll move to Detroit.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you need.
I mean,
$7.50.
okay, here it comes.
I was going to say $7.50 an hour. Like, what are we talking?
I haven't been hourly in a long time. So, okay, real quick.
Yeah.
Last thing for both of you. isolved uses this term and they actually live by it. People hero. All of their clients are people heroes. Y'all deal with a lot of practitioners, both on the TA side and the HR side, right? So, like, what is that when you hear that phrase? And it's okay. There's no right or wrong answer, of course. When you hear people hero, what does it mean to you? For definitionally, like, what do you think?
For me, I think it's something. It's someone that's figured out this combination of I'm here for the betterment of the company, but I'm only going to get that if I take care of the people in a way that makes sense for the business.
Right.
Because we always
It's got to be congruent.
Yeah, when I was a practitioner, right? Like I had to lay people off and you feel awful, but you're like, but it's that I'm saving the company for thousands of others and it's going to hurt for a few. Like when you figure that out and you can do really good things for people knowing that it's going to make the whole better.
Right.
So often we fight to the death over one person.
Right.
And we don't realize we can't do that in our business.
Right.
So I'm going to take it in a different direction. So to me, a people hero is a couple words that come to mind. Someone who is willing to advocate and speak truth to power. I think about that.
Like that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I think people here, because so often, let's face it, human resources was designed. I mean, the term human resources comes out of the industrial age, like where humans were spare parts. Frederick Winslow Taylor was a mechanical engineer. And, you know, he's like, oh, we have human resources. It's like we have machine parts and human parts.
Yeah.
And I think in this day and age, it's recognizing that someone who is willing to, obviously the business has its needs. And we want to drive for results, but a people hero is someone who is not going to let the business drive over the people who are trying to help you to deliver those results. So that's to me as a people hero is willing to have the hard, and they're willing to be kind about it, Not necessarily nice.
Yeah.
But they're going to be kind.
Yeah, there's
sometimes kindness
humane
is about giving the honest feedback. And I think so often leaders, particularly in large organizations, they don't understand the ripple effects and how things fit 2, 3, 4 levels down.
Right.
Because ultimately, a lot of organizations were built on the theory of extraction.
Right.
Like, how do we extract from...
Like yield, like a crop.
And think about so much of our language still as like that we're treated like machines. I mean, think about, we say like, oh, we got to drill this down to the front lines. Like, how many frontline employees say, wow, senior management hasn't drilled anything into me lately. I really miss that. Gee, like, but we have this mechanistic model and no one wants to be treated like a machine. I don't care what business you're in, and I've worked in all of them. No one wants to be treated like a machine. They want to be treated like a human. They want to be seen, valued, and recognized.
Speak Truth to Power might be your next book.
Good, so good.
Good. It is so good. Oh my God. Both of y'all, thank you so much for coming by, talking to us, giving us your time. And good luck with both your speeches.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thanks.